we gonna make a jacket? Let's make a jacket. Are you wanna make a jacket with mommy? Hey, it's Nat, and welcome back to my channel. I am so happy to see you. I am so excited. I am so excited for this week's project. We are doing, again, something I've never done. If that's not a theme, then I don't know what is. And because of that, you know what I do not own that I desire so very deeply? A jacket like this. Look at it. Look how cute. And the girl, I been scrolling on the internet, and the girls have been making them out of blankets. And I went, oh my God, I can do that. I think I might be able to do that. Maybe with a little luck, a little gumption, and some terror. Because I'm terrified, because I want this so bad. Look at it. So I've been on the hunt for a blanket, or even just normal fabric at the thrift store. If you are new to this channel, I love to use secondhand when I can. So I have been on the hunt at my thrift store, and I finally found the perfect piece to make this jacket out of. Oh, are you ready? Because I don't think you're ready. Hold on to your horses. Nay, nay. Are you ready? Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Look at her. Oh, look at her. She is beautiful. And it is the most beautiful blue, almost twill situation. I don't know if it's traditional twill, but it is definitely in that theme. There's this little silhouette of this girl with her dog at a lake. And then there's also these beautiful bunches of flowers and trees. And it's just the most beautiful motifs in that light blue twill color. And it has this quilting pattern that is just amazing. And my favorite part of this quilt, all of the edges are scalloped. Look at this. I'm a sucker for a scalloped edge. I love something like this. I think it is so pretty. I think it is so feminine. I also love the extra level of detail it adds to something. Who doesn't love a scalloped edge? So I feel like I'm gonna deface this. Now, before you start getting mad at me in the comments for ruining this quilt, I am going to be so strategic on how and where I cut out my pieces, because I want to save as much of this blanket as possible, and I am going to re-edge, cut it, and make it nice, and I'm going to use this as a quilt. This quilt is huge. I'm pretty sure it's a king size quilt, and I have a queen bed, so I can lose a little bit and it can still work. It will look beautiful folded up at the end of my bed. So don't worry, I'm not gonna make this jacket and throw the rest of this away. This is too good of a find for me to get rid of. So I will, after this project, tidy up the edges and throw it on my bed and use it, because I love this quilt. Okay, don't come for me. I've already planned to not throw it away. Don't worry. What other? And I only paid $20 for this quilt. Only paid $20, which that actually is a good price. What else do I need to tell you? Oh, the other information you need to know before we start this project is I am using this pattern from Indie Patterns on Etsy. I'm using this pattern as a base, so I've already made all the changes, but this is the base pattern I'm using. If you're looking for patterns that are super simple and easy to use, I like her patterns. I found they print out really easily, they come with great instructions, and she normally does really good sales on the patterns reused for other things. So I bought this as a good base for any kind of jacket I wanted to make. I thought that it would be the most universal. The biggest changes we're making from this is I'm not going to use a zipper, because I want to use that scalloped edge of the quilt. So we're omitting the zipper here. We're making it a little wider, and I'm cropping it a little more, and we're changing the sleeve altogether. So yes. And we're adding a collar. So I am making a totally different jacket than this. That's enough of me rambling. Let's start cutting. here is the configuration I've decided on. I'm gonna cut out my back piece on the fold like I'm supposed to. And these ends, instead of leaving them flat, I'm kind of lining them up with the scalloped edge, doing my best to keep it super even and making it so the bottom of the coat that sits like here, the part here is scalloped. I did originally want the sleeves to be scalloped, but I think I have to let that go in order to preserve as much blanket as possible, because if I scallop, like I do the edge, like I could do it myself if I really wanted to, but I'm gonna have to use the long end of the blanket, and I would prefer to use like the width end, the short end, so that when I fold the blanket, I have a clean edge there and it's not like one side isn't. Do you know what I mean? Like that just makes more sense in saving the garment. And then on the, not the garment, saving the blanket. And then I'm gonna cut this front piece out of the corner here so that the bottom is scalloped, and then the part that is here, so the part that's like here in me is scalloped too, you know? So it's pretty like that there. And I would love for this to have a collar, but looking at it, I would have to like cut out another strip up here. We'll see. We'll see if I can make a collar work. I hardly have room as it is, so we'll see. I think I'm gonna make it as is, and I can add a collar. Like the collar is like the last step, so I'm not super worried about like not having it cut out first. Oh, I'm panicking. Can you feel the anxiety? Can you feel the anxiety through the camera? Because I'm like I don't want to cut this. I did call my grandma and ask her if this was right. I was like, Grandma, can you please help? Because if I got this wrong, I would cry myself to sleep every night for the next week. So, okay. I'm procrastinating now. Oh, hi, Seven. Hi, buddy. Are you being helpful? Hey, bud. Say hi. Oh, baby. Oh, there's another baby. Oh, it's another baby. There she is. Okay. Let's cut it out. Deep breath. Okay, let's do it. The back piece I'm the most confident about cutting it on the center fold. That's like super normal, so I'm not like super worried about that. It's just those front pieces I'm really nervous about, and the sleeves. Like making sure I can fit the sleeves in this is gonna be kind of crazy, but let's cut. My rotary cutters are really coming in clutch here. And I have added extra seam allowance because this is a quilt and it's a little bulkier. I just want to make sure that if I have to trim stuff or if I have to like go back, I would rather have more than not enough, you know? Rotary cutters are okay. Here's the back. You want a sneak peek? Oh, this is gonna be so pretty. Oh, the scalloped edge is so sweet. Oh, this is gonna be the cutest little jacket you ever did see. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is gonna be so cute. Okay, sleeve time. Okay, sleeves. I feel like it's possible. I'd have to make them shorter than I want them to be. Fuck. Ugh. Yeah. I'm stressing out. Everything's gonna be okay. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Are you ready for it, Moo? Are you ready to see what it looks like? Are you ready? Oh my goodness, you've just been the star of the show lately, haven't you? Look at her. Oh, okay, bye. Okay, guys. It's looking good. So I just put through some pins in it just to check a couple of things. First, the sleeve length, because we did have to futz with it. I don't hate the sleeve length. I think it actually sits nicely. It's gonna sit like right here. Do you see? It's hard to hold it and hold the mic. Hold on. Let me plop you here. Yeah, the sleeve is gonna sit here and it's pretty stiff, so it is gonna hold its shape, which I like. I like that it's like a good amount, and I am loving this scalloped edge on the bottom. I think it's absolutely darling and beautiful. There are two things I'm thinking about right now. One is what to do with this neckline here. In the jacket pattern, it has you like cutting it straight and more. I don't like that. Because of the scalloped edge on the inside here, I kind of have the two of them, you see? Like I kind of have them sitting like that. I don't really want to ruin that, so I cut it like so that it lines up, but it's not crazy. I think I'm gonna cut it down a little bit more in the front here and then just finish this raw edge with like a zigzag stitch or something. I was considering putting a button in so that I could like button it closed right here. I don't know about that. I think it just covers up enough, and I could do it without a closure, or maybe like a little ribbon. If I put in like hand sew in a little ribbon on the inside, I could tie it in a little bow to keep it closed if I wanted to do that. I think that's an option. The other thing I'm thinking about is a collar. That's the other option. That would also impact this area here if I were to do a collar. I know the inspo pic has that big collar, and honestly a big reason why I like it has that big collar. But now that I've cut up this fabric and I'm feeling how stiff it is and like especially how the sleeves sit and how this is sitting, I think if I did a big collar, it is just gonna be really stiff instead of flouncy. Like, you know what I mean? Like the thing, if I'm gonna pull that inspo pic back up. I love this collar because it feels like a scarf. You know what I mean? Like it feels like really luxe and cozy and squishy and loosey-goosey and like really casual. I think if I were to put a collar on this in this quilted material, it would be really, really stiff and it's gonna be more structured, and I don't know about that. I don't think that's the vibe. So I think we're gonna skip the collar and just do like a nice finished edge all the way around. Oh, hi Moo, what do you think? Can I interview you? Did I catch that? I hope I did. Is that really what you mean? What did I interrupt you going to go chew the plant? I interrupted her going to chew the plant, and that's what she's upset about. Okay, yeah, you can lay down. That's fine. You can hang out. I'm gonna think about this, and I'm just gonna go ahead and finish all the raw edges. I don't need to finish the raw edges at the bottom because they're already done. I'm gonna throw a zigzag stitch in everything that's exposed, even parts that are going to be sewn together. I'm gonna finish all these raw edges and think about these things, and I will get back to you on what I decide. You will be the first to know what I decide. Take every brother and sister of mine. Roll in the sunshine and sleep when it's dark. I literally just finished doing the zigzag stitch around all the edges, and look. I've been blessed. Look at this, look. Look, my bobbin just ran out. Like, look at how much there is left on my bobbin, and I just finished all of it. That has to mean something, right? Like that's gotta be good luck for 10 years or something. So I've been thinking this whole time that I did this, and I still don't know about those questions. So I need more time to think. And while I'm thinking, I know that like I can assemble this pretty quickly at this point, just attaching the two front pieces to the back and then attaching the sleeves, and then we can put it on and assess if we're done or if we want to add a collar. I feel like it's going to be a no-go for the collar purely because like this amount of fabric is perfect. If I were to make a collar, I'd have to like lose more blanket, but assembling this is the next logical step, and I can do that without like messing anything else up, and we'll have a little jacket. It's me again. Hi, how are you? Did you miss me? You were just watching me. Never mind, don't answer that. So I just sewed on the shoulders here. They look good. Like it looks fine. But I am like thinking just about like the longevity of this garment. I'm falling in love with it. I think it is so cute. And I really want to make sure it's sturdy and isn't gonna like fall apart on me. So on the inside here, can you see how this looks? So I've got my zigzag stitch here, and then on the inside is like about 1 centimeter in, 1/4 of an inch. I have my seam that's like holding the two pieces together. What I want to do is press the seam open like this so that these edges, the parts where they have the zigzag, lays flat. And I'm gonna do a stitch on each side. So there will be 3 seams holding all this together to take some of the pressure off that center seam, make sure it's super secure. And that will also help this lay flat on the inside because it is pretty bulky. I did try to like make it as flat as possible, but it is a little bulky, and I think that will really help. I'm just gonna show you guys quickly the difference between like this seam here. So this is the inside, it's like sticking straight up, and this is what it is after I've pressed it. See, it lays nice and flat. So when I add those extra stitches, they're gonna be like a stitch right to the side here and a right to the side on the back, and this will lay super flat on my shoulder. You guys, this is the coolest thing I've ever made. I've literally never made anything this cool. I'm so proud of this. It is 7 p.m., which means I need to eat dinner, but I'm going to style this for you tomorrow, and we will make a couple of outfits, and I'll show you guys the final reveal.
Feet up on the dash, and the calling open road. Road trip classics on the radio. With your hand tied in mine, there's no such thing as time. Now we can go anywhere you wanna go. Ooh, there's no.
All right, you guys, I am so proud of myself with this project. I think it is a beautiful example of how far my sewing skills have come and my confidence in using this sorry, she's rustling in a bag. We got a paper bag from the grocery store, and Trixie keeps running in and out of it, so if you hear rustling, that's what that is. I can't take it away from her. She's too happy. Anyway, I think this is a beautiful example of how my sewing skills have grown. Again, I'm a home sewer, and I am like learning all of this from scratch with occasional FaceTimes from my grandma, who's also like self-taught. The fact that I was able to make this in an afternoon, I am so proud of myself. I couldn't have planned it better. I feel like I executed this really well, and I feel like I made the cutest little jacket, and I was able to conserve the amount of fabric I was using and keep the blanket. So now I have this beautiful quilt and this really cute jacket, and now I'm just, I'm beside myself on how happy I am. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. If you like this video, please give it a like. Any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. You know I'm always in there, and I will answer every comment, concern that you have. I will do my very best. And if you like this video or you like me, please consider subscribing. We would love to have you here. So I will see y'all next week. Bye.